up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely will. We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Looking to throw.
Wow. I'll tell you, he got a good spot on that one. It's 4th and 2, and he might have gotten 2 and an inch, but that's all he needed, and that'll keep the drive moving. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than there.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Over.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out come the Giants. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right? A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
On second down, here's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gone!
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception.
Right, now,
and what a great way to break into the league.
Detroit! Over!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And this is taken in at the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll go on the ground. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On second down, here's Barkley. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now Jackson on second down. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson on third and long. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Justin Tucker for the extra point. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This is taken at his 4. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to go for a big play down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now. Out they go. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
It's a quarterback sneak, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. And on the ground they go with a running back. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Lucky 56. Gone!
They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got some space here. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Lucky 56. Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a noon one. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through